Om. Om. Om.
Om Apyayantu mamangani Vak pranaschakshushrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuriyam Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamaswanirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharma te mai santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Mahopanisad, chapter 4. We've already seen 49. The identification with the drishya is bondage. No connection with the drishya is liberation. Now, when you say drishya, anything that is perceptibly available or experientially available can be said as drishya. But among them, the body, pranas, mind, buddhi, ignorance, identification with these is totally calamitous. Other objects in the world, no doubt they are binding, but not to the extent of identifying the embodiment. That's why I said, drishya, what is that? The jagat, especially points out, consisting of you, me, etc. So, because this identification of the body, which is drishya, is that practical level, the source of all sorrows. All sorrows belong to the body, all sorrows belong to the mind, indriyas, pranas, buddhi. They become our sorrow. This is why identification with the body, dehatadhatmya, has to be given up by all means. So long as dehatadhatmya is there, it is just next to impossible to be aware of our swarupa, to gain the aparoksha jnana of our chaitanya rupa atma. In this context, it is pointed out that this jagat is only an indrajala, as a magic show, as it were, projected by the mind. So now this aspect, that prapancha is manomaya. The jagat, this cosmos, is nothing but mental projection. This is being now highlighted. Read 50.
Brahmana tanyate vishvam manasaiva swayambhuva manomaya mato vishvam yannama paridrushyate.
Swayambhuva Brahmana Manasa eva Vishwam Tanyate. Atah Yannama Vishwam Paridrishyate Tat Manomayam Tat Manomayam Swayambhuva Brahmana. The Swayambhu Brahma. Swayambhu means what? One who has come into existence on one's own accord, not born of parents, etc. Self-existing. Who is that Brahmana? So Swayambhu Brahma here refers to the Prathamajaha, the firstborn Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is the macrocosmic deity of macrocosmic subtle bodies. The subtle bodies of all living beings that are there in the Brahmanda, its residing deity is Hiranyagarbha. And these subtle bodies include our subtle bodies also. It includes our mind, buddhi also. So, Swayambhuva Brahmana, like the self-born Brahma here is Hiranyagarbha. You may know Hiranyagarbha doesn't have physical body. It is only the macrocosmic subtle body. At physical body level, Hiranyagarbha is connected to one of the Trinity, Brahmaji, Brahma. We add the G just to make it known clearly. Otherwise, in Sanskrit, no problem. Brahma, Brahma. English, we put Brahman. Somehow it has come into it. Brahman is this. What is that? Substantive. Brahma in Sanskrit also. Brahman is substantive. But when it is terminated, nominative singular becomes Brahma in the case of pure awareness principle Chaitanya Atma Brahma. When it comes to the neuter gender, but when it comes to the one of the Trinity is a masculine and nominative singular is Brahma. So that is very clear. But English we have to make some adjustment, like Brahman using the substantive for Brahma, the Chaitanya, Tirupadika Chaitanya, and Brahma Ji. There are also two ways are there. Some put Brahma gap and then Ji. Easier way is straight away put Ji. This is some convenience, that's all. For example, many Sanskrit words need to be used in English. There are no parallels. And an Indian reader finds it very easy to understand if the Sanskrit words are used. Otherwise, it will be long phrase to describe one word. There also problem comes. When plural is to be used, strictly you can't put S to that Sanskrit word. Some put as what? Original word, gap, and then S. But in a book, every other sentence has got this thing. There's something cumbersome. Straight away you put the S along with the original word. This should be understood properly as such. It's a matter of convenience than any very strict rule as. So by Swayambhuva Brahmana, by Hiranyagarbha, who is the first born in the creation, and he got the knowledge by at the time of birth only, because his mind was so ready on account of the upasanas that he had taken to his many lives, which enabled him to or made him fit to become the Hiranyagarbha. So pure that the moment is born, he gains Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, without even the Guru. Without even the Guru. That's the only exception. Otherwise, the presentation of Upanishads or Adhyatma Shastra is such that there are many difficulties at every step. Not because the masters were unable to present very clearly, but it is because Brahma is not available for the words to define or describe. So they had to manipulate certain prakriyas, methodology of teaching, to make us discover what Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa is. So such difficulties or intricacies need to be unfolded properly, for which a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru is necessary. So here, by him, Hiranyagarbha, Manasa eva Vishwam Tanyate. By his mind only, the Vishwa, entire cosmos, Tanyate, expanded, projected. See, just is a projection of his mind only. So is our Jagat also. When the mind projects, waking and dream worlds are there. When the mind withdraws, in sleep, no Jagat, no world is there. See that. We can verify right now here. So that is the case. Ataha, therefore, Yannama Vishwam. Whatever that is called as Vishwa, Jagat, creation, Manomayam Paridritat, that one, Manomayam Ataha, therefore, Manomayam Paridrishyate. It is seen to be projection of mind only. You verify. See, someone is calling you. Your mind is preoccupied elsewhere. Even if that person is in the audible distance, you are not hearing it. Why? Mind is not available. It's the mind which gives us or presents us all experiences and knowledge in the world. No mind, you are what you are in reality. Mind present, Jagat started. As in the case of waking and dream state. No mind in sleep, no Jagat. See, not even a little exception to that. But these truths so easily available in our life, we overlook. We don't pay our attention. Even if our attention is forcibly drawn, somehow, unfortunately, we don't take it seriously. Had we taken seriously, we'll easily shut off our mind from external world and redirect it to a Swarupa, free from external world, wherein in course of time, the mind itself will drop, you remain what you are in reality. That's all Brahma Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara. That is only this. But all pains, all problems, all struggle is with the process of withdrawing our mind from external world, external vishayas. Big battle. Why? Value structure is there in the world. We got values for vishayas in the world. It becomes a Herculean task to withdraw that mind from where it is genuinely interested. The interest in Atma in the beginning is not that genuine. It's only a shubhecha. You think, yes, this is the right way. But for practical purpose, mind is steeped in the vishayas. It needs to be educated. Without that, there is no hope of gaining Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So therefore, this whatever that is the paridrishya, is the manomaya, jagat is manomaya. Continue.
न बाह्येनापि हृदये सद्रूपं विद्यते मनः यदर्थं प्रतिभानं तत् मन इत्यभिधीयते.
Now the question is, if that is so, if it is the mind is who plays the trick, best thing is what? Catch hold of the mind. This reminds a devotee went to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. The Maharaj, this mind is so tormenting. This place havoc. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, where is it? Is it so? Really? Come, come. Catch that mind. Give me that mind. I will teach a lesson. Catch hold of that mind. What mind you can catch hold of? That like that, he said, because it is like this. Sadrupam manaha baye na hridaye apina. An existent mind. This is mind. It is neither in the external world nor in the antakarana. But when the contact with the vishayas comes, mind crops up. Sadrupam manaha. One that is actually existent in nature. Sadrupa manaha. Bahena. It is not concretely available in the external world. Napi hridaye. It is not available in the antakarana also concretely. This is what the mind is. What is it, mana? This is what mind is. Yadartha pratibhahanam tat manaha iti abhidiyate. Whatever that appearance of drishya, whatever that experience of drishya, artha means drishya, pratibhanam, cognition, experience, appearance, tat manaha iti abhidiyate. That is what is called as mind. Means mind is known through its effect. When you are aware of something, Vishayas, when you experience, when you are in contact with Vishayas, mind has started its pranks. No Vishayas, no mind at all. So that is Artha Pratibhanam. You can get a definition as it were of mind. The Pratibhana, cognition, appearance, or experience of Vishaya, that is called as mind. So further, that mind is explained. Read.
Sankalpanam mano vidhi sankalpastanna vidyate yatra sankalpanam tatra manosthitya
Sankalpanam manaha vidhi. And vastutaha sankalpanam na vidyate. Vastutaha sankalpaha. Take this. Vastutaha. Vastutaha to be added. Vidhi. Add vastutaha. See. Sankalpaha tat na. 3 words are there. After vidhi, add vastutaha. Tat sankalpaha na vidyate. Yatra sankalpanam tatra manaha asti iti avagamyata. Please know for certain, sankalpanam manaha vidhi. What is sankalpanam? Vishaya smaranam. Jayesh sound. Sankalpanam. Sankalpanam manaha vidhi. Sankalpana here is Vishaya smarana, Vishaya bodha. Vishaya smarana, Vishaya bodha. So therefore, whatever that is being aware of the Vishaya, whatever that is the experience of Vishaya, whatever that is the cognition of Vishaya, know it to be manaha vidhi. That is mind. But vastutaha, in reality, tat sankalpaha na vidyate. So that sankalpa, Vishaya bodha, reality is not there. It's only an appearance. Just seeming appearance. If really it were there, it should be all the time. But just in between it appears to be there, truly not there. Sankalpanam na vidyate is not there. Yatra sankalpanam, wherever Vishaya smarana, Vishaya bodha, cognition of Vishaya is there, tatra there, manaha asti, the mind is there, so avagamyata. So you please understand. So this gives us a clue how to make this mind inoperative. What? How? Give up the Vishaya Smarana. Don't be in contact with the Vishayas. Mind is not there. You remain what you are. So this can be verified also. From at least what we know, little we know about Yoga Shastra. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, no vrittis are there. And as you know, vrittis do belong to Vishayas. Means we can say it's a state of no Vishaya Smarana. What remains is what you are, Chaitanya Sarupa Atma. Exactly reflected as you are in that mirror of Antakarana, wherein only very subtle samskaras of Antakarana is there, but no manifestation of the mind, no Vishaya Grahana. And that is where Vedanta Pramana comes and tells, this is your Swarupa. You need not be taken away somewhere to point out. Catch your ear and take, come here, disciple, come here. This is where what? Atma is. No, 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 no. Wherever you are. Only that don't allow mind to have Vishya Smarana. Of course, for which elaborate process is there, like Ashtanga Yoga, many other means, Dridhadrishi Viveka, etc., many other means also are there. So, but that state of Antakarana, which is Nirvishesha, called Nirvikalpa, no Bheda is there. So there, what remains is your Swarupa to the best extent possible for us to experience in this human embodiment. Because residual Antakarana is there, without which it is not possible. Nirvikal Samadhi itself is not possible. No residual Antakarana is what? Antakarana gone. The separation of the individual from the body. The jiva who is want to gain the knowledge is no more there in that body. Where is the question of his sadhana? Where is the question of gaining any Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana in that body? Because where the body will be dead. That minimum thing is required. Elsewhere we have seen still more clarity can be possible only in Brahmaloka. Because of the special upadhi there. Otherwise, number two is human embodiment. That is practical proposal, because Brahmaloka is very difficult to get. Best thing, get the knowledge here and say goodbye forever. See, that be the case. Wherever Sankalpana is there, Vishaya Smarana is there, Vishaya Bodha is there, mind is there. So now it is left to you whether to hold the Vishaya Smarana or drop it. Holding to it, don't complain. Ayo samsara, ayo samsara. See, you are holding a potato. You hold it, you can keep it. But the potato you picked up happened to be steaming hot. You are holding it. Can you hold it? Burning the fingers. What do you do? Spontaneously you drop that. Instead of that, if you somehow, if you go on holding it and shout and scream, "Ayo, my fingers are burnt! Ayo, my fingers burnt!" There can be greater pull than you. This we understand. But as far as samsara is concerned, the same blunder we are doing. This mental projection is our special creation, which gives rise to samsara. Not projecting is in our hand. We don't do that. On the contrary, we complain, you samsara, calamity samsara, you Bhagavan, please rescue from me, etc. Bhagavan also will say, what can I do? You are holding it, drop it. That's all. So therefore, wherever sankalpana, vishaya smarana, vishaya bodha is there is the mind. Further, read.
संकल्पमनसि भिन्ने न कदाचन केनचित् संकल्पजाते गलिते स्वरूपमवशिष्यते
Sankalpa manasi na kadachana bhinne. Kenachit na kritam. Sankalpa manasi na kadachana bhinne kenachit na kritam. Sankalpa jate galite swarupam avashishyate. Sankalpa and the mind. Na kadachana bhinne. Never, never are these two different entities. Again, remember, sankalpa is what? Vishaya smarana. Thinking of vishayas. Cognizing vishayas. Experiencing sense objects, including the body. And the mind says, never, never are they separate. And kenachit na kritam. No one could ever separate the sankalpa and the mind. In other texts, we have seen this word sankalpa. Sankalpa has got a vast range of meaning. To club it in short, mano vyapar, functions of the mind. And the function of the mind obtains now is with vishayas. Vishayas. You say, why it should be vishayas only? Why not Atma? It is designed so. How it is designed? It is designed to contact Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, which are obviously the features of external world, Drishya. So naturally it goes there. Whereas Atma is of right opposite nature. Ashabda, Asparsha, Arupa, Agandha, Arasa. It is not so designed, but spatial effort necessary. Avrutta Chakshu. By determination, by proper training or evaluation of the Vishayas, it can be withdrawn. That provision is given or kept there by Ishvara, so that the human can gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So, No one can separate this because naturally sankalpa as it is available as it is. Sankalpa and that Vishaya Smarana Bodha and mind go together. Whereas Sankalpa Jate Galite Jata Samuha, when the aggregate collection of all Sankalpas Vishaya Smarana drops down, Swarupam Avashishyate. What remains is what? Swarupa. See how close we are to our Swarupa, and yet how far we have become from Swarupa. Think. Extrovert mind diverged from Swarupa. Introvert mind identical with Swarupa. To put in words so simple, but to accomplish, you have to take to industrious efforts, because the mind as it available is so steeped in Vishaya Smarana. It has to be brought back. So here, Sankalpa Jate Galite Swarupam Avashishate. When the Sankalpa Vishaya Smarana drops, Swarupa remains. That is further explained. Drishya Sambhava Jnane Brahmata Avashesha. Drishyasya Asambhava Jnane. Drishya Jagat cannot be really there. And when it is dismissed, what remains is Brahma only. Read 54.
Aham tvam jakatityadau prashante drushya sambhrame syatta drushi kevalata drushye sattamupagate.
Aham tvam jagat ityadau drishya sambhrame prashante add sati drishye sattamupagate. Tadrishi kevalatasya. Tadrishi kevalatasya. When this Drishya Sambrama, delusion of Drishya in terms of Aham, the body as I, Tvam, you distinct from me, different from me, Jagat, this Jagat, Ityadav, in these Drishya Sambrame Prashanti. When the delusion that these are real, etc., is what Prashant is totally quieted. Means when one totally withdraws from one's preoccupation in the drishya, beginning from I, you, this, that, jagat, all this. Then what happens? And the result, drishye sattam upagate. And when that hitherto drishya, what is that? Upagate, it has what? It has become satta. What satta here is? Paramatma Tattva. Means when that drishya jagat is reduced to Paramatma Tattva, because the basis of drishya jagat is Paramatma Chaitanya Rupa Paramatma Tattva. By methods such as Drikdrisha Viveka, Drishya is discarded, Drik alone is retained. That is Sattam Upagate. Tadrishi Kevalata Sya. Tadrishi Kevalata. Kevalata means existence of that and that alone. Of what? Paramatma Swarup. What remains is Paramatma Swarupa. Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Totally free from notions of I, you, this, that, Jagat, Vishaya, sense object, sense pleasure. Nothing is there. Chaitanya and Chaitanya. It remains. This is further explained. Continue.
महाप्रलय संपत्तौ यसत्तां समुपागते अशेष दृश्ये सर्गादौ शान्तमेवावशिष्यते
Mahapralaya Sampattau Sargadau Ashesha Drishye Hi Asattam Samupagati Shantam Eva Avashishyati. Mahapralaya Sampatti. Sampatti means prapti. Sampatta location, locative. When Mahapralaya is gained, what is Mahapralaya? We have seen in the earlier class Nitya Pralaya, Naimittika Pralaya, Prakrita Pralaya, Atyantika Pralaya. And what is this Mahapralaya? Atyantika Pralaya. Pralaya, the total dismissal of Drishya Jagat in the wake of Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So when this Mahapralaya Sampatti means when the Mahapralaya is gained, means in the wake of Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, entire Prapancha is dismissed. As a result, what? Sargadau Ashesha Drishye Hi Asattam Samupagati. That Mahapralaya Sampatti, gaining the state of Mahapralaya is explained. Sargadau, in Sarga, that is Sarga's Utpatti, Sthiti, Laya of the Jagat. Adi is that. Whatever Ashesha Drishya is that. Total Drishya, what has happened to that? Asattam Samupagati. Entire Drishya is reduced to non-existence. It is no more. Just as from dream, when you sleep, the dream is reduced to non-existence. It is no more there. Upagate, what remains is what? Shantam eva avashishyati. Shantam here is Prapanchopashama Brahma. Prapancha Rahita Brahma. What remains is Brahma, free from Adhyastha Prapancha. You remain what you are. Adhyastha Jagat is no more there. So what is that? Shanta Brahma is further described. Read.
अस्य नस्तमितो भास्वान् अजो देवो निरामयः सर्वदा सर्वकृत् सर्वः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः.
See, Sargadau Ashesha Drishya. When Sarga, etc. is totally extinct, one may mistake that there is nothing. All that is a Jagat, and no more Jagat, means nothing is there. No, 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 no. Nothing is not there. It is what is there? That Brahma Shanta that is there is explained here. Asti, certainly it is there. Anastamitaha. Na astamitaha. That never gets set. Sun setting means temporarily sun is disappearing from our sight. Absence of that. Like that, see, this Paramatma who can never become extinct, who can never cease to be there. Na astamitaha, anastamitaha, never extinct. Bhasva, resplendent, brilliant in terms of self-evident knowledge principle. Swayam Jyoti, Swaprakasha, Chit Chaitanya. Bhaswan, again, Ajaha, unborn, ever existent nature. Devaha, Dyotanatmaka Devaha, who is nothing but Nepti Swarupa, knowledge principle. Niramayaha, Sarva, Samsaropadrava, Rahita. Rahitaha, free from, Sarva, all. Samsara Upadrava, afflictions of samsara. Totally free from calamitous sorrows of samsara. Why? Upadhis are not there. Amaya can mean disease. Your disease taken the figurative sense. And it is Sarvada Sarvakrit. It does always all in the sense, in its presence, all activities take place. Without that, activities cannot take place. Sun rises, the world is busy in activities. Sun sets, slowly it stops. World is quiet. Not cosmopolitan cities. 24/7. Or nowadays everything is. Sarvaha. That itself is everything. There is nothing other than that. And it is called what? Paramatma iti udahata. It's called as Paramatma. Not the notional small I, being body, etc., body, mind, intellect, prana being taken as I. The Paramatma, the Nirupadhika Atma, Chaitanya, Chaitanya alone, neither born nor going to die, ever existent, avikari, changeless. That is further indicated. Continue.
Yato vacho nivartante yo muktairavagamyate yasya chatmadika samjñāha kalpitana svabhavataha.
Saha Paramatma, as Ishwara, etc. told. But that also, status is also dependent on Srishti. Paramatma, Ishwara. Paramatma, Brahma, Nirupadika, fine. But if you take Paramatma as Ishwara, Parameshwara, It's a relative position. Parameshwara status is with respect to Srishti creation. Utpatti, Sthiti, Laya of Srishti, you say Parameshwara. If Srishti itself is not there, there is no Utpatti, there is no Sthiti, there is no Laya, Ishvara also drops down. But what remains is now the Chaitanya Sarupa, Brahma, Atma, alone remains. And that principle is like this. Yataha vachaha nivartante yaha muktaihi avagamyate yasya cha atmadikaha saudnyaha kalpitaha swabhavataha na. Swabhavataha na. Yataha vachaha nivartante. That Paramatma Sarupa, Atma, Brahma, Chaitanya is such that Vachaha, words, bounce back without being able to describe it. We have seen where words can operate in the earlier class. Words cannot describe Paramatma Sarupa, Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. Then it may not be there. No, 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 no. Yaha, that Paramatma, Muktaihi Avagamyati, is directly known by the Jivan Muktas as I. Because I is always evident, self-evident. Like that, so that I itself is Paramatma Sarupa, so directly cognized by these all Jivan Muktas. And it has got imagined names. Truly no names, because no words can describe that. Yasya Atmadikaha Saudnyaha. Saudnyaha name, what Atma, Adi for Brahma, Paramatma, and all those things. But they are what? Kalpitaha, imagined by Jivan Muktas to teach the ignorant people, but na swabhavataha na. Truly, they cannot be the names of Atma, Brahma. Total abidance in the Chit Swarupa Brahma itself is Samadhi. Continue.
Chittakasham chidakasham akasham cha tritiyakam dvabhyam shunyataram vidhi chidakasham mahamune.
Mahamune. See, Rubu is addressing Nidaga, oh Mahamune. How come? He's a disciple. Yes, disciple. But his mind is so prepared. Rubu is confident that he is going to get the Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana. Or because of the Viveka. To the story, Rubu tried his best to make Nidaga known that Karma Kanda is not everything, but he could not succeed. Finally, Nidaga understood that after a lot of effort by Rubu. It comes in the context of Rubu Gita. Mahamune, there are three Akashas, not literally, figuratively. Chitta Akasha, I mean Chitta Antakarana mind, that's all. Chidakasham, Chaitanya Chit as Akasha, all pervasive, that's all. Then Akasham, this Akasha is Bhuta Akasha, actual space. Chatritiyakam, Chittakasha, Chitta Antakarana mind, Chidakasha, actual Chaitanya Tattva, all pervasive. and Bhutakasha, elemental space. The three. Whereas, O Mahamune, Chidakasham Dvabhyam Shunyataram Vidhi. Know the Chidakasha to be free from, independent of other two Akashas, that is Chittakasha and Bhutakasha. Means Chittakasha, Bhutakasha are in the realm of creation, Srishti. Chidakasha is totally free from Srishti, indicated by Chitta, mind, which projects so, and one of the entity projected is Bhutakasha, which stands for entire created world. Now the question is, how to catch hold of this Chidakash? किधर उसको पकड़ेंगे? The Rubu gives a very practical proposal, provided we have got that capacity of the mind. What is it? Read.
देशाद्देशान्तरप्राप्तौ संविदो मध्यमेव यत् निमेषेण चिदाकाशं तद्विद्धि मुनिपुङ्गव.
See, like pinpointing by indicator. This is Chidakasha. Be ready now. You can. Yes, it is within our reach. Right now here, you need not go to Himalayas. Right now here where you are sitting, you can reach what? Chidakasha. How come? Listen. Muni Pungava Nimeshena Desantara Praptau Yat Samvidaha Madhyam Eva and Rupam Tat Chidakasham Vidhi. Munipungava Nimeshena Deshat Desantara Praptau Yat Samvidaha Madhyam Eva and Rupam Tad Chidakasham Vidhi. I can't elaborate now, time is out. I will keep in suspense. You can do some homework. If you can make out any sense out of it. Don't think this you are tumbling up, this verse or mantra you are tumbling upon for the first time. Those who have attended selected verses from Yoga Vasishta have long back studied this. See if you are able to dig out your notebooks, okay? But think over it. This points out, this is where you can capture the Chidakasha. Right now here, we'll see that. Oh.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ